Book of Psalms, Psalm 14. Are you a fool? Just think, what is the foolish thing which you have done ever in your life? Psalm 14 answers this question. Verse 1. The fool has said in his heart that there is no God. The word fool in Psalms or Proverbs does not refer to an unintelligent person. It refers to a person who is morally unstable. Why he is called a fool? Because he believes there is no God, and result is he is corrupt and have done sinful works and does nothing good. Verse 2. Lord looks down and says, does anybody have a clean heart? Then the answer would be no. Proverbs 9:10 says, fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, which means when people don't fear God, they don't have wisdom or spirituality. People tend to enjoy the creation but forgot the Creator. Consequently, if God is not in your thoughts, He is also not there in your life. This is a reminder, don't call yourself as a fool. Verse 3. They all turned aside, became corrupt, and there is none who does good, no, not one. This is the will of man, which is possessed by sin, speaking out of spiritual blindness. These are people who refuse to fulfill the purpose for which they were created, that is, to glorify God. But they won't. It is human depravity, which doesn't mean they are wicked or they cannot do anything good, but it simply means that all have fallen nature, and apart from grace of God, none can be saved from eternal judgment. Verses 4 to 7 talks about fool consume the people who are innocent, and God protects His righteous people from these evildoers. And one day God would come and deliver His people with His mighty power, cleanse the nation Israel, and establish His kingdom. God's plans are unseizable. Fools try their best to disturb God's children. Ultimately, God won't leave His children. But what happens to wicked? Because they lived according to their desires of their own heart and rejected Christ, will spend the rest of life in torment. And they will then honestly say, there is no God here in hell. Psalm 14 teaches us three things. That is, fool's heart says no God, fool's mind cannot understand God, fool's will cannot stand for God. If you are a believer and not a fool, make your hearts into God, make your minds understand God, make your will stand for God. So the most foolish thing you can do is leaving God out of your life. And don't make the mistake of a fool.